Hey, how you doing? This is Craig Beck from StopDrinkingExpert.com and the author of Alcohol Lied to Me, a book that has helped hundreds of thousands of people just like you to quit drinking. If you want a free copy, go to the website, StopDrinkingExpert.com, sign up for today's free quit drinking webinar. I'll explain how my process works and why it's so different and why it's so strange when compared to the other, traditional methods like AA. And I'll give you a copy of my book. Simple. Right, today, let's deal with an email from Roy, and let's talk about people. Who is it that said? I think it was Jean-Paul Sartre, wasn't it? That said, "Hell is other people." Maybe I'm attributing it to the wrong person, but it's a good quote. And Roy has a very interesting question today. Hi, Craig. I am so loving your course as well as the additional hypnotherapy sessions, which touch me so deeply. Thank you, Roy. I'm on day 3, but I wanted to ask you something. My wife and 13-year-old son have seen me fail so many times and lied to them about my alcohol drinking. As well as that, they're now constantly doubting my efforts. They are ridiculing me about this course. However, I'm staying strong. They constantly are using a breathalyzer to test me as they think I'm drunk when I laud your course. They know my words are useless. What advice do you have for me? Well, Roy, you've kind of answered your own question, really, because you're right. Your words are useless. They're worthless, rather, is probably the better expression. Your words are worthless because as problem drinkers, Roy, we all become the boy or girl who cried wolf. We have all made that statement. I'm never drinking again. That's it. I'm going to deal with this once and for all. Oh, trust me, I'm serious this time. We've all made that statement more times than we can remember. And maybe the first couple of times, those people who love us believed us and they were happy. They were like, oh, thank God. Thank God he's actually going to do something about this. Thank God she's going to stop destroying her life and actually deal with this. And they see that we do so for a week, 2 weeks, maybe even we chalk up a whole month. And then we decide that we'll treat ourselves to a nice glass of poison, and down into the spiral we go again. And it's not just our lives that we're damaging, it's those people around us. And that act alone is quite profound because, one of the primary statements that drinkers make in defense of their drinking is one of, it's my body. If I want to harm my body by drinking this poison, then that's my right to do. I have the free will and right to do so. And it's got nothing to do with you. I'm not harming you by drinking. I'm only harming me. And if I want to harm me, then keep your nose out of my business. That's one of the strongest defenses you'll ever get if you challenge someone on their drinking. The problem with that defense is it's bullshit because drinkers don't just harm themselves, do they? If that were true, then maybe, okay, fine, go off and do it. But it's not true. You harm your partner, you harm your parents, you harm your children, you cause psychological damage and future problems for the way your children are going to behave in the future. You are preconditioning your own children to turn to alcohol when life gets stressful. You're teaching them with your actions, not your words, that when life gets stressful, the solution is found in a bottle. You are continuing this legacy of harm generations down the road. So it's not just you. It's you and all your family into the future forever. Because unless one of you in this stops the chain, it just carries on. Alcohol use and problem alcohol use is like a poison chalice. It's like a relay race. It's passed from one generation to the next. If you grew up with a family who heavily use alcohol, the chances are you will also heavily use alcohol. And so it continues. So that defense doesn't work. But let's jump back to this email here. So we know that your words are worthless. They have no value at this point, Roy. So there's no point in saying them because you're never going to be able to verbally change their mind on this. There's too much evidence stacked up to say that what you say is incorrect. It'd be like me saying to you, that gravity doesn't exist. It would be very, very hard for me to to win you over to my point of view when you can clearly see evidence to the contrary. So unfortunately, Roy, this is not a quick fix. They will start to believe that you have changed your ways and you are on a different path when you repeatedly demonstrate that to be the case. And there is going to be a series of filters and challenges over the next year where you will get the opportunity to strengthen that story. All right. Because if you go a month sober, your family are going to go, that's good. But they're still not going to believe that you're fixed and that this is the future. If you do 3 months sober, they'll say he's doing really well, but they're still going to think, but he could relapse any moment. What they want to see, whether they verbalize it or not, is they want to see you go through Easter without drinking. They want to see you go through your birthday without drinking. They want to see you go through Thanksgiving and Christmas and a vacation for 2 weeks at an all-inclusive resort without drinking. They want to see you at a wedding. They want to see you at a funeral. They want to see how you deal with a stressful day. They want to see how you deal with a death in the family. And when you've ticked all those boxes, they start to believe you. So, look, it's a long journey, but it's a really enjoyable journey. So try not to stress about it. And remember what I always say, Roy, whatever you resist in life becomes stronger. All right. So if they're ridiculing you or gently teasing you, then lean into it. Don't lean away from it. Don't be offended that they want to use a breathalyzer on you. Don't be like, oh my God, I'm so upset that you don't believe me. Lean into it. Join in with the fun. Laugh along with it and say, yeah, great, give it to me. I'll do it anytime you want. Anytime you want, I'll do it. Fantastic. My favorite thing. When they swore there, when they joke about you, when they insult you, when they ridicule you, when they laugh at you, laugh back, enjoy it. Because why wouldn't you? You know they're wrong. And over the next year, you're going to get so many opportunities to prove them wrong. So enjoy it and don't stress about it, all right? Because there's nothing to worry about. They're just testing you. And see these tests as an opportunity to score goals. Every time you pass one of their tests, it's a little victory. All right. And remember also, you're not doing this for them. I mean, partly you are, but this is always a solo journey. It has to start from a position of self-love. I know that sounds kind of cheesy and twee and self-helpy, but you've got to love yourself first before you love anyone else. Because if you don't really know how to love people properly. You start manipulating them. You start trying to, corrupt that relationship unconsciously. Love has to start with yourself. And this decision of yours to give up alcohol, to stop poisoning yourself on a daily basis, is a beautiful act of self-love. So start with yourself and see this as a solo journey. It's a tightrope walk. All right. You're going to do it on your own. Your family are going to come behind you. They're going to follow you on this journey, but they're not going to be holding your hand. They're not going to be there by your side or in front leading you on. This is a tightrope walk. You will walk it alone, but it's a beautiful journey. All right. So I hope that helps. Keep going, Roy. You're doing fantastic. Keep going with the course. And remember, this is not about quitting alcohol. This is not about giving something up. It's about falling in love with sobriety. All right. So if you are watching this and you are worried about your drinking, take action. Go to the website right now, stopdrinkingexpert.com. Thanks a lot. See you in the next episode. Discover the world's most successful and respected online quit drinking program today.
It's different to anything you can find out there, and it gives you real mental freedom from the clutches of alcohol.
Craig Beck helps you understand what alcohol does to you, how it works. I always recommend him to anybody.
It's just so worth it. Why did I waste all those years?
Are you finally ready to take action? Your sober journey begins 11 a.m. Sunday. Reserve your space at my next free quit drinking webinar.